Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Super Mario RPG Legend of Seven Stars.
Hello, everybody.
That was the lovely Kitty Cross pretending to be Princess Peach. And I, of course, am your friendly neighborhood Pokeprof. Getting dizzy.
Pokeprof.
Anyway, enough fooling around. It's time to go to Kero Sewers.
Kero.
Kero is Japanese for frog, I believe. Maybe.
Yes, it is.
But Malo here basically tells us to beware of something called Belome here.
Belome, however it is you pronounce the damn thing.
Now, actually, hang on. Going back up real fast. Is it here? Okay, it's another area. I remember there's one pipe area that's like this that has actually a hidden chest over here.
Isn't it the one? Oh, well, I probably shouldn't say that. That'll give it away. No spoilers. Sorry.
You already gave a spoiler back in the last episode.
I did?
Yes, one of our future party members. I mean, I know this is like a... What? Yeah, this is a 20-year-old game. That's part of the reason we're Let's Playing it, is because we wanted to do something for its 20th anniversary. But there are still going to be people who are actually not used to this game, or have never seen it.
Well, it's probably going to be obvious when we come across said character anyway.
Very true.
So I'm not really giving that much away.
But with that said, we are now fighting some new enemies here. The Boo and the Shadow. Shadow of which died fairly quickly.
Oh, nope. I hate this move.
It's pretty much the same as the Howl move from the enemies we were facing earlier. Now, something interesting I would actually like to note, we actually might get it from these guys. Nope. But there is an item that you can actually get in this area, which is only really common in this area, called Purified Water. And what that will do, it will actually one-shot most of the ghostly enemies, like the Boos.
Like the Shadow and the Boo.
Yeah.
I believe it also works on, there's like a scarecrow-looking enemy in here too.
Maybe? I don't remember every single enemy, which is one reason why I'm showing all this off. Now, here's actually the one thing that actually caused me to lose the game once when I was a kid. This guy, right here.
Oh yes, the monster in the box.
Actually,
PANDORITE.
But there's actually another reason you're wanting to fight this guy other than the fact of it's just a fairly unique enemy who actually has a boss level ability at this stage in the game. And you'll see that the moment we actually defeat him. Also, Mario, you're actually kicking his butt right now. Holy hell.
What the?
Yeah, that's his actual insides. Kind of looks like a squashed up Malo, huh? Now for those of you who are... Oh, and this is actually an ability that Mac has that we never saw. Flame. Now for those of you curious on why I'm not jumping on him, well, here's why.
You're gonna kill yourself.
Oh wow, it actually did damage.
Oh. Phew, you only had 8 hit points left on Mario, dude.
I could have sworn... Anyway, but with defeating him, we now have the True Form Pim.
Which is very important for this area.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to be equipping it to Mario in just a moment. Also, I could have sworn that guy was actually immune to jumps. Maybe it's because I had the jump shoes on.
Possibly.
Now, we actually lose a bit of our defense and magic... excuse me, I will lose a bit of magic attack for no longer having the jump shoes on. But we get some magic defense and special defense. And regular defense. Bleh. But we're actually going to be needing the True Form Pin for another reason. And actually, I didn't really get to show it off here. Come on. Special. No. Equip. There we go. You won't be turned into mushrooms or scarecrows. That will actually be important in just a bit.
See, there's the enemy I was talking about. I think you can use the purified water on him too.
Yeah. The Hobgoblin. I don't know. He doesn't look like Jared to me. Once again! which is our first instance of that so far, I believe.
Now, the mushroom and scarecrow debuff, those are the only ones in the game that make you unable to attack, correct?
Well, other than sleep, which I think this might be... Actually, no, I think this actually might be mute. Yep, mute. So now, Mario can't use any more special attacks. It's actually really hilarious, too. You actually see a little X across his face in his little icon. Pure water. There we go. So if we ever fight any of these ghost enemies again, we could just use that and pretty much one-shot them. I've never seen it used for anything else in the game. And if my memory serves me correct again, this will be Starman. Ah.
Oh, you can't go in the pipe while you're super?
No, actually, it's because I was holding down the run button. That's one thing that will screw you over really easy here. Holding down the run button will not allow you to actually jump onto the...
Actually go down the pipes.
Yeah, go down the pipes. Now, here's something that we actually forgot to mention here. If you can actually time hit your items as well. And if I time it correctly... I didn't. You actually will occasionally see it says get a freebie. Maybe I'm thinking it's wrong and you can only time hit healing items. But I know it's something that you get occasionally.
Well, I know it does work with healing items. I've seen it before.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's pure water has no effect.
You could try again next time. Maybe you just didn't hit it right.
Maybe.
But you did get a pure water from the enemy, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. Now, this area is a bit of a maze. Simply, you're having to deal... Oh, crap. Poisoned.
Oh, poison.
Yeah, poison acts pretty much like it does in every other game. Every turn, you'll lose a little bit of HP, but thankfully, unlike in Pokemon, this will actually wear off after the battle ends. But as I was saying before we were interrupted by the rat... This area is a little bit of a maze, but, you know, not too big of a one, at least not compared to an actual real maze later on in the game. Alright, this, you're dead. Mario's healed of his poison.
Another pure water.
Mm-hmm. Now, this should be... Yep, here we go. Now, there's actually...
Whoa, woos everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You want to go and step on this. Now here's a reason I actually fought this boo. If I hit the right button... If I do this correctly... I did not. Come on guys, run away. Thank you. Damn it. I guess it's... Oh, and I think I might be in the wrong area. I'm doing this anyway. Originally, you would be able to, when an enemy is fading like that, after you've run away from them, you can actually jump on them, and that's actually a good way to get to certain secrets. Now, if my memory serves me
not that way, not that way.
Not this way?
Nope. Remember, the water drain in here, that's so you can get to that pipe. There we go.
There. Oh, yeah, no, basically, that little thing I was trying to do, where you run away from the ghost, allows you to actually get this chest early, because otherwise you have to wait till much later in the game to get it. Mm-hmm. So let's go up here.
And save.
Let's save down here. And get ready for our next boss. Already, yes.
I still have no idea what in the hell he is.
I honestly don't know either. We gotta ask Gaijin Goomba. He would know. Well, he is all about, like, other cultures and stuff, and Belome has to be something very Japanese. Hell, I'll look it up after we're done recording here and see if we can find anything on him. But Belome, or Belome, however you want to pronounce him, is actually... Where Mac was fairly easy, especially if you leveled up Malo right beforehand, Belome can be your first wake-up call if you're not prepared.
You are not prepared.
Really? I'm the WoW player and you make the Illidan reference? Now here's part of the reason why Belome can be a bit of a butt. He will eat Malo, leaving you as just Mario. And if he defeats Mario, you're dead. You're defeated. You restart from your last save.
Game over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Game over!
Now, interesting thing about this, and this is actually something you see a lot in a lot of the older Square games. If you actually die and go back to your last save point, the characters will retain all of their experience.
Which is really freaking awesome.
Yes. One time... Oh, here's the effect I was... Here's the... Let's see. Will he actually hit Mario with this? Yes. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that we had the True Form pin, this would actually turn us into a Scarecrow. A Scarecrow actually can't physically attack. You could only use magic. And as I was saying before I interrupted myself, the fact that you actually, when you died and you went back to your last save point with all your experience, what I did once as a kid is I actually played through all of this game till I got to the very end, to the final boss, and then I died and had Mario go all the way back to the beginning of the game, but at maximum level.
Wow.
And he proceeded to literally just one-shot everything. It was hilarious. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, you can break the game real easy doing that.
Well, there's a lot of ways you can actually break this game, but that's just one of them.
Whee!
And that actually should be enough for him. Oh, no, he's actually still alive. Now let's actually heal up Mario, because he's been taking a bit of a beating. Thank you. Uh-oh.
Sleep sauce, oh dear.
And
oh no.
there goes all of our damage. Thankfully, unlike some games, if Mario gets hit, he will wake up. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Wake up, you stupid plumber.
There we go. Smashy, smashy.
Alright, let's try and finish you off with this. Will that be it? Yep. If you defeat me, you still won't beat me. Beware the flood. You always know that he's going to be defeated when he says that. And now, one of my favorite bits of the game. Everyone starts freaking out. Mario, you think if you would just stay on the damn button, you'd be not rushing down with the rapids right now. Midas River course. Do you want a crash course on it? Nah, because we know how to play.
He's experiencing a rapid descent.
Uh-huh. Now, this is the Midas River course. You actually can replay this as many times as you want. And the main idea of it, of course, is to get as many coins as you want. And there are frog coins littered about this area.
But whereas the gold coins respawn, the frog coins do not.
Mm-hmm. You'll also find these little, like, animation areas, which can also earn you different items occasionally, as well as put you out at different points in the course.
I love the music to this. I don't even know if I'm in tune with it right now.
Actually, no, but still a pretty good job. Now, what's really cool is that Mario can actually swim up against the rapids pretty nicely for all things considered. So you can always try and slow down your descent enough to where you can actually see where you're going to be getting those frog coins. And also in some cases like this, you'll actually be able to earn flower points. There's actually another place where you can earn a flower point, but I never go in there simply because I always seem to go into the wrong side. So at this point, I'm just kind of just falling now because since we're on the opposite side where we got the flower tub, we're missing out on all of those frog coins and whatnot. With that, we go to the second part of the Midas course.
The barrel race. Or barrel jumping, excuse me.
Nah, we don't need it. This is actually where the majority of your money is going to be made. You want to be jumping and switching sides whenever you see the money going on to the other side. As you can see, my timing for this is absolutely horrid.
It's not easy to get the timing on this.
Nope. It's gotta really focus there. Ah. But you actually earn rewards depending on how much money you make here.
How many coins they collect, yeah.
Ah! Now what really gets mean is the further
Are there
along...
fish that jump in here?
Yep, I was actually just about to mention that.
I really haven't seen any jump yet.
There they are.
It is.
Yeah, the
If they
jump...
get you lose coins.
And sometimes they are timed just in a way to where you can't exactly get them, and as well as get the coins here. Basically, this guy now teaches us how to get frog coins, and also says that basically you can go down Midas River, and if you collect 60 of them, he'll give you a free frog coin. He also gives us
the knock-knock shell,
which is Mario's actually new weapon. On the one hand, it's a huge increase in power. You go up almost, you know what? Yeah, you go up 10 points of damage. On the other hand, it's a little bit harder to time compared to the hammer.
Don't forget to save.
Oh, we're going to get to another save point once we get here.
Tadpole Pond.
With some awesome music. I forget. Actually, that's right. They don't spawn yet.
Yeah, no, they don't come up until you actually have already spoken to them.
We get introduced to the tadpoles and find out this is where Mallow's been living.
You know, one thing I noticed when I was originally playing this a long time ago, and I don't know if it was an intentional pun or not. Mallow lives in a swamp. What's another name for a swamp?
Marsh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, marsh. Oh. Oh. Thank you, Emil. Thank you.
I realized that when I was younger, dude.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you never realized it.
The frickin' pain. And this is another instance where you can't do anything until you jump.
Frog Fuchsius.
Who, yes, did indeed call us Grasshopper. This is one of my favorite parts right here. I just love the fact that Frog Fuchsius is kind of pretending to float. As you can see by the two shadows and the Lakitu cloud and the string. Old wise people can often be good sources of advice.
Clear, full reverse.
And then start the true music of Tadpole Pond.
One of my favorite pieces of music in the game.
This game in general has some awesome music. But now we get to be talking a little bit more about Smithy. And Frog Fuchsius drops the bombshell on us. that Toadstool is no longer at Bowser's castle. We get to learn just a little bit more. Just what happened. With Frog Fuchsia showing us some of his froggy jumping powers. He says both Bowser and Toadstool, or Peach as she's more commonly known today, are out and about. And now we get to mention by Mallow that there's a star that we found. And he goes, "This may sound illogical, but I believe shooting stars can grant wishes." It's the Mario universe. You're a giant frog talking to a superhero plumber and a marshmallow. I think stars and shooting stars that grant wishes is pretty normal. Don't you agree?
I think that's putting it lightly.
Yeah, and always say no to this guy, because otherwise he'll basically like be Cabero Barros from frickin' Legend of Zelda. He'll go and recap the entire thing. Although when I was a kid, when he said recap, I always thought he was saying decaf. I thought it was like, are you offering me coffee? Some of them makes Bowser seem nice. I love how Frog Fuchsia just drops this bombshell on Mallow saying Mallow's going to be joining us for the rest of the adventure. And then
drops another bomb, which we were already well aware of.
He's not a tadpole. Dun dun. I love how all the tadpoles and even the Lakitu is like, wait, what? And then probably the most well-known piece of music in all of Mario RPG. The sad song. Just being quiet so to enjoy a little bit. But now Frog Fuchsia basically tells us what exactly is going on. How he found a Mallow floating down the river. Like a little Moses, basically. I always thought of it when Frog Fuchsia's got to this point where he's like, "Psst, Mario." It's like he was always actually struggling not to cry himself. You can even see him shake occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
And he points us to go to Rose Town. Now here's something interesting. When I first played this game, I just left. I didn't know there was anything you could do for Frog Fuchsia's here. Turns out, if you actually talk to him, he's like, "It'll be quiet around here with Mallow gone. Maybe a snack will cheer me up." And then if you have the cricket pie, you can give it to him, and he'll give you an item in return.
The froggy stick.
Mm-hmm. Now, two interesting things. First off, the froggy stick.
It's Mallow's first weapon.
Mm-hmm. Gives him a nice little increase. He goes from 31 to 51, which is actually equal to Mario now. And secondly, Frog Fuchsia's here will basically act as your remembering point. If you ever come back into the game after not playing for a while and don't remember anything on where to go or what to do, talk to Frog Fuchsia. He'll usually point you in the right direction.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, you actually have to come back here at least once for him to start up the next storyline beat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's one other thing I want us to talk about before we leave off for this episode. Is that there's these tadpoles here where they'll basically teach you about frog coins. Unlike regular coins, these frog coins can be used to buy special items. In this particular case, we have the Sleepy Bomb right here, which will put all enemies to sleep. The Bracer, which will raise your allies' defense in battle. The Energizer, which is one of the more powerful items in the game, which raises their attack power. The Crystalline, which does all defense for your entire party. and the Power Blast, which is basically a party-wide energizer. You also could talk to this NPC who has the Juice Bar. And because we don't have a membership card, we're only limited to the Froggy Drink, which is party-wide HP recover of 30 hit points. Doing different...
And there's an easy way for you to be able to get the cards for the club.
Mm-hmm. But I think we'll get into that next time.
Why? You're right here.
Well, yeah, but we've also been going for almost 23 minutes.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So until then, folks, we'll see you all just a little bit down the corner. Till then, folks.
Marshmallow.
Rally!